Warning: sensitive content.
On Saturday, March 12, 2022, our most beloved Supreme Master Ching kindly took time to answer questions from Supreme Master Television team members about the distressing war in Ukraine and how the brave Ukrainians are valiantly defending their homeland despite minimal help from the outside. Master shared her insights on how this is a battle between the forces of good and evil, and that she is using all available peaceful means, including Supreme Master Television, to help Ukraine in its fight against injustice. Master also addressed why certain negative individuals do not contract COVID.
Master, why do bad people like Biden, Pelosi, and P. Francis not get COVID?
Oh, such negative level?
Yes.
Because they will go to hell. And the COVID patients, when they die, they go to heaven.
I see.
That's my condition with them.
Right. Yes.
If they repent, even if they won't recover, they will go to heaven.
Understand.
Yes, Master.
And that's the condition.
Yes, Master.
So the COVID team, they know it.
Oh.
Those whose level is negative, as I told you before, they will not infect them.
Oh.
Because if they infect them, they have a chance to go to heaven.
Yes.
Oh.
Because the COVID patients, they pay their debt through this suffering.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, of course, not everybody pays the same amount.
Yes.
So some have it very heavy or die.
Oh.
Some have it mild or long term. It depends on their karma also.
Oh, understand, Master.
And the meat eating, how much and what
Right.
attitude toward the animals, people, and all that.
Yes, Master.
Because I said to heaven, these people, though they eat meat, but their hearts are not wicked. They are not intentionally wanting to hurt the animals, people. They just go with the flow. They didn't know any better.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, even though there are so many films and all that, but it's just a habit ingrained in them. They don't have a wicked tendency. So if they repent, they change their way of life, or if they die, in such a heavy suffering condition, then just forgive them, okay? They have a lower heaven waiting for them.
Yes, Master.
So don't worry too much about them, okay? The other ones, they don't get COVID, but they get other things in hell.
Yes.
They will not get away with it, and the penalty is very heavy down there.
Right.
Suffering is endless and deep, so agonizingly painful.
Understand, Master.
Yeah, COVID patients, when they die, they have paid their debt to some degree.
Okay, yes.
Also, in such an agonizing situation, they always pray, even though they never prayed before.
Ah.
They would call on God and heaven to forgive them, and
Yes.
they truly repent. Then they can go to heaven. Most of them do, if they
Yes.
die in that situation, in that kind of condition, in that kind of mental state of mind.
Oh,
yes, ma'am.
yes, Master.
Yeah, and those entities who have sold their souls to the devil cannot be changed.
Oh.
Those who are ignorant and committed sin, they can be changed. Many sinners are different from those who sold their souls. And then they'll be forever always working under the order of the negative to come to the planet or any planet to cause trouble, cause war, cause bloodshed, cause a chaotic situation in the world. And then recruiting more people who are vulnerable to sell to them. Yeah. So, and then that's what they want. They want to expand their population,
Yes.
Yes.
their workforce, and their power.
Right. Yes.
So they keep doing that. Similar to Russia now, just has no reason at all to come in and kill people like that. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
That's under the influence of the bad negative power, negative force. And Putin is housing
Yes.
Yes.
housing a portion of this negative power, and then so people also listen to him because he's supposed to be the leader, and he has been doing something so-called good for the country. So Putin was so-called helping his country, but it's all ego doing, you see? And even that is nothing to be able to make up for what he's doing now.
Oh.
See, he's killing his people
Right.
by
Yes.
sending them to another country to make war for nothing.
Yes, that's right.
From nothing, from no excuse at all.
Yes.
Yes.
And then killing his country's reputation right now as well.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And if the whole international community decides somehow, now or later, to get involved, then Russia will be done.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
The people will be dying,
Oh.
just like what he's doing now to Ukraine.
Oh.
Of course, no. If the war breaks out on a bigger scale, then it becomes world war, and then everybody dies anytime, anywhere. You never know.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
There's no time schedule. Russia is in the UN, but they have nothing to do with UN.
Yes.
No good, no good. And then just causing bloodshed like that. And while Ukraine was a good one, trying to help NATO, help anywhere possible, and then just the one they benefit, the one they follow, turns around, betrays them.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
This is really, really so sad. Any more from your group?
Master, why does Master keep voicing support for Ukraine despite having to bear the karmic consequences?
Because I cannot bear it. If you're in pain, you talk, you scream, you express your anguish.
Yes, you did.
I feel as much pain as the people in Ukraine. It's injustice. It's uncalled for. It's unprovoked.
Yes, Master.
It's an unprovoked war. They didn't do anything wrong to Russia. Russia just goes in and punishes them for nothing.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
They were not even officially accepted by NATO
That's right.
or EU. Just now the war came and saw their hurry, asking more for help,
Yes.
Yes.
like leaning on the bigger brother.
That's right.
Of course, you do that. When you're in trouble, you go and seek a stronger boy, a strong guy to protect you, no?
Yes.
Yes, you would.
It's normal instinct.
Right.
This is injustice.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
They're not like two countries of the same size. Why doesn't Russia pick on their own size?
Right.
I told you already, Ukraine is so tiny compared to that big Russia.
Yes.
Right.
I don't feel it is right. And the pain the people suffering. I hate injustice. That's what it is also.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I am a citizen of the world.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Apart from being a spiritual teacher,
Yes,
Yes, Master.
Master.
I do my part.
Yes,
Right.
Master.
In Vietnam, we say, quốc gia hưng vong, thất phu hữu trách, meaning when your nation is in trouble, for example, in war,
Uh-huh. Yes.
even an idiot has the responsibility to defend it.
Yes, Master.
I don't consider I should just defend my nation if I can.
I understand,
Yes,
Master.
I consider the whole world as my nation.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
As a world citizen, I have some responsibility in it.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Every country has helped me somehow to grow up physically, mentally, emotionally, educationally.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
We depend on each other to live.
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
Like you eat rice from Thailand, you have bread flour from France, for example, like that.
Yes, Master.
And they contribute to the prosperity and wellness of all people in the world. So I feel, even as a citizen of the world, I have to do some part whenever I can.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master. Yes.
I have not been just involved now. You've seen it many times. I speak up.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, you do,
I
Master.
spoke up before I gave spiritual merit even to Russia
Right.
long time ago for Syria and all that, yeah, remember?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And even though sometimes I don't speak up, I pray silently. And I ask heaven to help whoever needs help. And I even speak up for the animals people.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
I don't just speak up for Ukraine. Ukrainians are humans, just like me. They are my brothers and sisters in the physical realm.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I cannot just not say anything when I see the injustice and the suffering of the innocent people and children like that.
Yes.
Don't you also feel their pain?
Yes,
Yes, for
Yes, we
sure,
do,
Master.
Master.
They are crying to heaven because they are innocent.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
And even if they want to run away, they bomb them.
Right.
It's under the full watch of the international community.
Yes, unspeakable.
How could I keep quiet? Huh?
Right.
Right, Master.
How could I not try to speak for them? We have a television.
Yes.
That's the means that we have.
Yes,
Master.
Master.
We don't go out because we take the vow of no killing.
Yes, Master.
But we can use whatever means we have to help them.
Yes, it's
Yes,
true, Master.
Master.
It's not just Ukraine. If any other country is in a similar situation, we would do the same.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Now that we have the voice,
Right.
they die in silence. They can't even tell anybody. We have to tell.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
We have to voice their anguish. We have to be the means to help the world, to sustain peace, to preserve peace and harmony among nations, not using violence when it's even uncalled for.
Right, Master.
That's injustice. That's not fair. It's not just about the war between Russia and Ukraine. Actually, it's just a war from Russia, not Ukraine. Ukraine was just a victim. Is still a victim.
That's
Yes,
right.
that's right.
They just jump in and kill them like that, unprovoked.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
exactly.
That's true.
Even if the international community or the European Union or NATO did something that is so-called threatening to Russia, it's not Ukraine's part. Ukraine didn't do anything.
Right,
Yes,
Master.
that's true.
So this is truly evil to the core.
Yes, it is. It is.
I cannot just not say anything. That's the only physical means I have.
Right,
Yes.
Master.
Yes, Master.
So karma or not karma, I will just have to say it. I told you, if I didn't, I would feel disgusted with myself. I would despise myself as a coward.
Understand.
Yes, Master.
As I told you, I'm a citizen of the world, and I'm doing my part, whatever small and humble part, because you cannot just turn a blind eye or sleep and eat well and don't care about other people who suffer when they are your co-citizens of the world. As you said, despite the karmic consequences, I know all that, but I still have to do it. It's a price to pay
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
for doing the right thing, for being a conscientious human being. Even the simple soldier, he knows in advance that if he goes into the battle, he could die
Yes.
Yes.
or suffer by wounds or be injured or maybe lose his legs, his arm even. But he's willing to do it.
That's
Right.
right.
The same with me. I'm willing to. I just hated that I couldn't do more. That's the least I can do.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes,
Master.
Master.
So I don't mind. So don't worry about me, okay? I didn't come to this world just to live comfortably or in luxury or, always be waited upon or being called master this, master that. I came here to work, to help people, to help the planet, to help the citizens of the world. So I do whatever I can. Don't worry about me with the karma. I knew it already. I accept it. I'm willing to.
Yes, Master. But we prefer you not to have so much pain.
Oh, I know. Thank you. Thank you. I also prefer, what you prefer.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
But what cannot be avoided cannot be avoided. Okay? huh?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Don't worry, I will be fine. I'm fine. I'm a big girl, remember?
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yes.
I'm strong all these decades, so nothing can distract me. Don't worry.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yeah, it's not just karma. It's also not safe. It's a risk.
Yes, Master.
But you don't consider that. When you see your neighbor in pain, you do what you can, no?
Right.
That's
Right.
right.
Master.
Yes.
And it's not just the fight between the physical forces. It's also between evil and good. You can see that.
Yes, Master.
You can see that this war is really from evil force,
Yes.
Yes.
to oppress a nation who has done nothing wrong, to provoke that, to deserve that.
Yes.
Yes.
And this country, the people have faith in God. They pray and they believe that God is with them, and they believe that there's divine intervention.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Like they saw some lightning strike.
That's right, Master.
You read that, tell me.
Yes. So there was a story about one of the young Ukrainian soldiers.
Mm.
It was in the middle of the nighttime, and they saw that the Russians were approaching them. So he called his father, and he asked his father, please pray for us. We're in a situation. They saw they were going to be destroyed by the Russians.
Yes.
And so then afterwards, the father later told them they heard that later on there was like lightning shooting from the sky. It looked like some kind of miracle had happened, as if there was an attack from a spaceship. And then the next morning they saw that all the Russian tanks and their mobile units had been destroyed by this
strike, a lightning strike.
yeah, by this strike. So, Master, it seems that that was God's intervention.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yeah, it is true. I told you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told you we pray for them also.
Wow.
Our power is not for nothing,
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yes.
even though it doesn't prevent the whole thing, but it's not nothing.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
It helps in many quiet ways or obvious ways, okay? And the Ukrainian people, they have faith in God.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
They are a religious country.
Yes, that's right.
And Russia, they seem, I don't mean Russia, I mean Putin and his gang are not believers in God. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone in and used a brutal way to treat the Ukrainian innocent people.
Exactly. They
Right,
were there.
that's right.
Yeah, children and women and elderly alike.
That's right.
Yeah, when they're running away already even. Not that they're even fighting or having guns or anything.
Exactly.
They're unarmed, weaklings,
Yes.
you know, children, women, elderly. You can see it on TV,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
on the news, yeah? I don't watch TV. I just saw on the news, and that's enough for me already.
It's unbelievable that they do that.
Yeah, it's not the soldiers. It's just the commander.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
It's from Putin and then from his gang.
Yes, that's right.
They are just like gangsters, worse than gangsters. Gangsters, they don't strike anybody.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yeah, they punish those who are disloyal to them or making trouble for them.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yes.
The Ukrainians, they didn't do anything. And what ticked me off more is that the international community doesn't want to do anything to help.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
It's really sickening. They're all just cowards, I keep saying again and again. So it is also a fight between good and evil.
Ah,
Right,
yes.
Master.
So if somebody comes and tries to kill your family or beat your country up, beat your family up, you just have to defend them. That is normal, okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
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 And I feel Ukraine is also my family,
Yes.
even though I don't have muscle. But I have the mouthpiece, which is our Supreme Master Television. I have to use it.
Yes, Master.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
And your question inspired me to tell my part, okay? To do my part. We do our part. We are citizens of the world. We owe it to the world.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yes, we have to.
And you can see, well, this is really a war between evil and good.
That's right.
Right.
Master.
Yes.
Yeah. So you cannot just say, oh, I am on the good side and the positive side of power. But then when you see a part of the good side in trouble, you just pretend you don't know?
Cannot do that.
It's not in your conscience, it's DNA, is it?
No, it's not, Master.
No. So we have got to do something, say something at least. Yeah, whatever we can, yeah, we pray for them too.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
We use our peaceful means. So many times they say, oh, a lot of Russian tanks destroy and all that, even though the Ukraine soldiers didn't do much.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
It is because of the thunder god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
The thunder god, they have this god called Vaja. It's like a hammer. They can use it when necessary.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to destroy anything.
Wow.
That's so interesting.
They call it Vaja. I mean, diamond, very powerful.
Yeah.
They call it Vaja, meaning diamond one, indestructible. When they are empowered, when they are ordered to do it, they can.
Oh,
Wow. Amazing.
That is heaven's order.
Wow.
It's true like that. And I'm glad the Ukrainians have faith. And I want them to continue to have faith in heaven.
Yes.
Yes.
And I want President Zelensky to know that the world is with him.
Yes.
wow.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
And we are with him. I'm with him. I don't know about you, but I'm with him.
We are.
We are.
Yes.
Very good man.
Such a good man.
Yes, Master. He is. He really is.
My God. And NATO, EU and America, my God. Such despicable attitude. He was crying for help.
Yes.
begging for help for his people, for his nation. They all turn a blind eye, all kinds of excuses, whatever. The free world, my foot. They are just maybe too free, too comfortable.
Right, Master.
It's not their house, it's not their country, it's not their people, it's not their family, so they couldn't care less.
Yes.
Yes.
They couldn't care less. Yeah, that's what it is. I feel so sickened, with all this low attitude, very, very cowardly attitude. Anything else you want to ask me?
Yes, Master. Why do 58% of Russians support invading Ukraine and only 23% are against?
Don't believe all these commercials, okay?
Mm.
You know already, yeah? He doesn't let anybody report anything.
Right, Master.
Only listen to the state radio and TV
Yes.
and media, okay?
Yes.
Only state back and only the fake news. Just like a special operation, yes? And Lavrov, the foreign minister, even dare to talk in front of everybody. We're not attacking Ukraine, yeah. He said we will not attack any other country. We're not attacking any country. We're not attacking Ukraine, yeah? While their troops are bombing everybody,
Yes, right.
yeah?
Yes, Master.
Imagine such a lie.
Right.
And even if 58% of I don't care what percent of Russians support Putin, it's all lies, okay?
Right, Master.
If I go and ask all of you right now, how many of you support me? 100%.
That's
All
right.
of us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. So they can only go and ask his party, how many support him? Why not 100%? Why only 58%? That is quite modest.
Yeah.
Don't believe in all that commercial, okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I mean, everybody knows that, but nobody does anything. That's what ticks me off, yeah? Okay.
Master, can NATO find any excuse at all to help Ukraine?
Of course they can. Their parties are supposed to be preserving peace and freedom and democracy and all those beautiful words.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
that's right.
Yeah. So anything to do with peace, okay, between nations, peace, security, freedom, democracy, anything to do with that, they can just, protect.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. Also, the war is near their country already.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Ukraine is the neighbor of their country
Yes.
at the border. Okay.
Yes.
Just step across the street, and maybe then you are in another country.
Yes,
All the NATO allies are there.
Yes.
I don't need any excuse, okay? If I see my neighbor are harassed and brutally beaten up, or children and women killed, I will do what I can.
Yes,
Right.
Yes,
exactly.
Master.
I don't ask for any excuse. I don't need anything. I don't need any loophole in any of the law to protect my neighbors and to defend them,
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
especially when they're crying for help,
That's right.
Exactly, Master.
pitifully like that, and they can see that their family members are dying, beaten up and wounded, and can't even get out of their house to escape even.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yeah, so what more excuse do you want NATO to have? What do you think?
They have no excuse.
Yeah, there's a cartoon. Cartoon is normally difficult to tell by words, but I will try. During the Vietnamese refugees time,
Yes.
when they are using small rickety boats to get out, to escape and to go out to another country for safety and freedom that they thought they might find there. And there is a cartoon about a Chinese drowning in the sea. And there's some Chinese words spoken. Just like we say, help me in English, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Some boats are passing by, and the man says to the other, I don't understand what he's saying. You know?
Oh, gosh.
It doesn't matter. We don't understand what he's talking about.
Yes.
The man is desperately waving and splashing with his hand and calling for help in Chinese.
Yes.
And they look at each other with champagne in their hands,
Oh, gosh.
something like that. I don't understand what he's saying. Do you?
Oh, goodness.
Like nothing happened.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the excuse that the NATO and the world are having right now.
Oh.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Similar.
Yes.
Yes.
So disgusting. And I'm not sorry to say that. I really feel disgusted with the whole so-called free world. These strong biggies,
Yes, Master.
big muscle for nothing. I told you already, just taking but not giving.
Yes.
Then what for do they give donations or aid to any other country, huh?
Yes, Master.
That has nothing to do with NATO, right? It's not even their countrymen. Why did they go now and help?
Right.
Yeah, why do they give vaccines and rice and bread and whatever donations they give to other countries?
Yes, Master.
And similarly, you got to help in whatever way they need.
Right.
Not wait until they lost everything and go to another country to be like a beggar, begging for food, security, and a roof over their heads for their children in makeshift tents and whatever. Then come in there like a big charitable country or organization just to give a hand out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, just for the camera.
Yes, Master.
I don't mean that it's not good, but it's better to not make them become beggars.
Yes.
Right,
Master.
Master.
Better prevent it. That they can keep their dignity, they mind their own business, they do their job at home and take care of themselves.
Yes.
And who knows, maybe one day you need them,
Yeah.
Right. You never know.
because we all depend on each other. Who knows?
Yes, Master.
Tides sometimes turn.
Yes.
Yeah. As I told you before, whatever you do it for yourself.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
But the fatty world doesn't capiche that.
Yes,
Master.
Any other questions?
Even though Ukraine is not in NATO, they have supported NATO-led peace support operations
Yeah.
in like in the Balkans, in Bosnia, and Kosovo.
Yeah.
So even though they're not part of NATO, they've been helping all this time.
Yeah, I know. So it's a shame that NATO refuses them when they need help.
Yes, that's right.
It's a shame. And actually, I read that NATO accepted them. It's just they will say when. So why not now?
Yes.
When they need it. People are drowning, and you promised them they could go into your boat. And when they're drowning, you say, oh, no.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
First you promised it, they can go into their boat, and then when they're drowning, when they really need it, you turn your boat away.
Right.
Isn't that low life? I'm
Yes,
sorry,
very.
yeah? Well, I'm not sorry. It is really low level, low life, okay?
Yes, Master.
Low life attitude, not worthy of their position, not worthy of anything. Even animal people, they defend each other. We have so many of them like that. And animal people also try to help humans, even strangers. Yeah, many instances. How about the UN? Normally they send peacekeeping troops to any conflict nation.
Yes.
Why they're not doing anything? Because Ukraine is also a member of the UN, and Russia is a violator of that. You don't attack your own member,
Right, Master.
and even unprovoked.
Yes.
Just because you have muscle, you just go attacking one of your relatives in your house, just because
Right.
they're smaller. It's not right, is it?
No,
it's not.
And Russia is in a UN Security Council, and they did not ask the UN to agree whether or not they should attack Ukraine, even if they have a good excuse to do so, which they don't.
Yes,
Master.
They have no respect, no regard for the UN Security Council or the UN body as a whole. And then the Hague wanted to question them about killing women and children like that, and they disregarded it. If I remember well, they did not even attend.
Yes, Master.
This is the evil, barely no law, no respect for anything. And the whole world just watches on. This is what ticks me off. Before, there are also wars in other countries, but then the world got involved
Right.
to help and all that. So we never said much because it's their business. If they're doing it, if they're doing their job, then it's okay. But this one, nobody did anything. Nobody wanted to do anything. And they even stopped other people who wanted to help Ukraine. Then
Yes.
Poland wanted to give them some aeroplane, fighter jets or something, and America stopped them.
Yes.
Yes.
You can see the evil Biden and his gang.
Yes. It's very clear.
That's what ticks me off. All this injustice, all this cowardice. And I feel so sorry for Ukraine.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
You are in trouble, you're in pain, you call for help, and everybody pretends to be deaf and blind. That they will be in their future life if they even can be born as a human again. Because they have eyes, they don't want to see.
Right,
They
Master.
have ears, they pluck them. Don't want to hear when people in trouble are calling for help. So disgusting. These so-called leaders are so disgusting.
Yes, Master.
I want to say it in their face. So Russia is the one that needs to be fixed
Yes.
Yes.
because the Russians violate the chapter of the United Nations, which is for peace, harmony,
Yes, Master.
and security for everyone.
Right.
Does not advocate for war and violence, and even have no excuse, and even unprovoked.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And they all turn a blind eye like that. It's disgusting, don't you think?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I
Master.
think so. I don't care if anybody agrees with me or not. This is disgusting, despicable. I don't know any other words to use. I don't know any worse words to label them with. Russia, they should bring them to the Hague already. They cannot just be bombing people, or children, women like that, in the middle of the evacuation road.
Yes, Master.
They are
Right.
unarmed. These
Yeah.
people, they are despicable.
Absolutely.
Even the criminals, the police don't shoot people, don't kill people when they're unarmed.
Right,
Yeah.
Master.
Yes,
You know,
Master.
the criminals even.
Yes,
Yes.
It's
Master.
not allowed. And here, Russia breaking all the law, international law and criminal law, and people just do nothing. Just let them continue. Let Putin continue to kill women and children like that.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
It's despicable.
Truly.
Okay, all right. We continue praying.
Even when he promised them safety, he still kills them.
Yeah, that's the thing. They agree, promise, sign, and seal. And we open the corridor for them to go. But still bump them when they are together like that.
Yes.
When they're in the middle of the road, there's no shelter, no protection, nothing. And it's visible. So easy to kill people like that. It's despicable. It's beyond cowardice.
Yes, Master.
So they must be from hell.
Very evil.
So,
Yeah.
therefore, I told you it's between the good force and the evil force. It's not just a normal fight.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Any other war, they don't do this. They don't bomb civilians. Or maybe some, but a mistake or something.
Yes, Master.
But normally people don't do that. Even during the war, they don't bomb prisoners of war. They don't kill them. Not to talk about civilians, not even prisoners of war.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Oh, despicable, evil, and hellish. And you believe that 58% of Russians support him?
No.
No,
I don't believe that.
no.
Oh,
It's all lies.
yeah. What a BS PR.
Yes, exactly, Master.
They sing their own song, no? All the CNN and BBC or whatever news had already packed and gone. They say what they want.
Right,
Right.
Master.
Right.
Who is there to count how many percent?
Exactly.
All these disgusting so-called leaders of the world. They have no shame, no moral, and the world just tolerates it like that. This is similar.
Yes.
Yes,
Then
Master.
people will see it like a similar mentality. If you support somebody who is bad, that means you have the same level of mentality, of thinking.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
So isn't that appalling that the whole world thinks like that?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Tolerating him, supporting him, I mean, by a different means only, a different way. Like supporting the killer, the murderer,
Yes.
the robbers, the aggressor, and then don't care whether or not the children and women die. Oh, man. Oh, this karma will be on them so that they will experience somehow in this life or next life that their family will be like that.
Wow.
Because they have the means and they don't use it to protect innocent people. Actually, NATO, they have enough excuses. They just don't want to use it somehow. There's no need to wait until Russia bombs one of their nations in order to countermeasure the war. Because in Ukraine, now millions of refugees are going to their next door neighbors, which are NATO countries. That will disturb their peace, disturb their economy, disturb their business, many things. And infrastructure, maybe not enough to house them. For example, Poland's two largest cities are already warning that they can no longer absorb Ukrainian refugees.
Oh.
That's a good enough excuse.
Yes.
Even if you don't need any excuse, but that is one of the excuses already. That's already attacking Poland's economy, infrastructures, capability, peace, and stability. Everything will be affected by the refugees coming en masse like that.
That's true, Master.
Also, a sudden.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
There was not enough time for Poland or other countries next to Ukraine to prepare infrastructure and settlement for them.
Yes, Master.
Even two largest cities already in Poland, they say they can no longer take care of the refugees from Ukraine.
Wow.
Oh, no country can.
Yes, Master.
Even the richest country in the world, they're not prepared. So this is like a spillover of the war already. That's disturbing Poland's peace. That's enough.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Even if they need any excuse. So there are many more excuses because the war in Ukraine will affect all their neighbors. Peace of mind,
That's right.
mental tranquility, and focus on their job, on their work. People will feel scared and nervous living next to a warring zone and don't even know when it will spill over to your country or when it will explode next to your area.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
So that's enough already. My God, what kind of a bunch of... I am lost for words. There must be idiots or lazy or just pure supporters of evil.
Yes, Master.
They say they're giving Ukraine some weapons and all that. How can they stop Russia bombing them, even with some weapons?
That's right.
Just a no-fly zone won't hurt anything.
No, Master.
Even if it hurts, it already does. It already does hurt the other nations nearby, the NATO members.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
All these cowards just make me sick. I think they should all go away from their position, go home, cuddle their wives, whatever. Because they're not fit to sit there and watch bloodshed in front of them, of the innocents. So sickening, so disgusting to think about it. Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, Master. I
Master.
understand.
Even if you never wanted to fight with anybody, but if the weak baby, weak child in front of you is being beaten up by a big bully, like with the Russian story, similar, then you would try something to protect that child, no?
Yes, we would have to.
Yeah, that's the basic instinct of human camaraderie.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so sickening, so ugly. My God, they all should quit, should go home. Talking about their principle is to protect people's security, peace, and whatever, all the good words, all the things that they're supposed to do and should do. But now the NATO countries are not in peace. Of course not. How can you be at peace when your neighbor's house is on fire
That's true.
and your neighbor country is attacked by a bigger, much, much more massive and more brutal one than that little country next to yours?
Yes, Master.
And then now their misfortune also is spilling over to your house, your country. A country is like a house and people live in them together. Like the refugees coming en masse like that, how can they have enough time to prepare?
Yes.
Yes, I understand.
And that will influence badly the host country's economy, peace, and organized way of life. Everything will turn upside down too.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
That is a kind of war also.
That's right.
Indirect war. You don't have to even go and kill people in order to make war. You are killing them by sending millions of refugees to their country unprepared.
Yes, Master.
Certainly, the NATO countries now have to accept Ukrainian refugees, Romania, Poland, nearby,
Yes.
Yes.
the nearby countries, the next door countries. Suddenly they have to shoulder this responsibility. It's not their fault.
No, it's not.
They don't deserve all this sudden influx of refugees who come in with all kinds of needs, medical and emotional and mental, all kinds of needs.
Yes, Master.
Some are wounded, some are sick, some are ill, some are shocked, some are, weak, some are old, some pregnant, all kind of things that they have to deal with. This is not fair for the NATO countries nearby.
Yes, Master.
Not fair.
This is the kind of war that broke out already. And I don't know how much more trouble the NATO countries have to bear in order for NATO to truly do something. Even just to block the sky so that Russia doesn't bomb on top of the living children, women, and people. It's the least they could do.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Imagine Russia comes anytime bombing on top of them. Where would they go? How do they protect themselves?
That's right.
Right.
I don't care what NATO say. They don't have a spy. They don't have courage. The leader of NATO, they have nothing worthy of their position. They should be ashamed of themselves. Go home, wear the skirt. If they don't have one, borrow it from their wives or girlfriend or their mother, at least to show some shame. Letting people die in front of you and making all kinds of stupid, lame excuses. God is watching you. Heaven's writing all your misdeeds. Wait until you face your Maker, and then you will know what I'm saying. They should just leave, go in shame.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I mean, not just human refugees from Ukraine. There are also pet animal people refugees and all kind of trauma that is left over from their memories since they left Ukraine as well. So all the neighboring countries or NATO countries are having to deal with all this unrecognized war. It's not just about fighting or bombing.
Yes, Master.
All this trouble, chaos, and so much inconvenience and suffering the neighboring countries must also share, willingly or not.
Yes.
So all this can be counted as war, as damage to NATO countries. I don't know what more excuses they want. Do they really wait until Russia bombs the NATO countries in order to call that a war?
Hope not.
No. You don't have to have any excuse to take away the insane person. If a man or woman is insane for some reason and then destroys the house and beats up the families and causes trouble also for the neighborhood, then he belongs to the loony asylum.
Yes.
There's no need to sit there and reason with him. If he's wielding a knife at you, then you have to find a way to control it. You can't just worry about being afraid of the knife and don't do anything. If the man is insane and harming people already, there's no need to reason or to have any excuse to bring him down.
Understand.
Meaning to capture him, bring him somewhere that he belongs so that he can be healed or, improved. Until he is safe for others, he cannot be released. There's no need to sit there and reason or be afraid of him. If you have a big neighborhood come together,
Yes, Master.
Master.
can't be afraid of one man when you are many. I don't understand the logic of their reasoning.
Yes, Master.
You can't talk law or respect or order to a crazy person
That's right.
because he doesn't respond the way you do. So you just have to deal with it according to the situation, not always with bureaucracy and protocol.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yeah, otherwise the whole world's crazy, listening to one man,
Yes.
one loony man.
Yes.
Understand.
So in this situation, everyone should see clearly that Putin is crazy because no normal, sane leader would do what he has done to Ukraine.
That's right.
So for a crazy man, you have to have a different method of dealing with him. You can't just reason, talk logically, or talk about law and order with him.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
The world has to give a message somehow to the Russian population. Tell them to denounce Putin. He is not your worthy leader. And all the Russian army, do not listen to Putin. Do not waste your beautiful youth to fight for this cruel and senseless war. What for do you have to sacrifice your lives for something that is low, 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 way low beneath your dignity and idealism and nobility? You must quit the war. You go with the Ukraine government. They don't harm you. You know it all by now. They would not do anything to you if you just surrender. Do not continue to listen to Putin and commit war crimes and a crime in heaven's law as well. You're all good people. You're very young and beautiful. And you have the ideal to protect your country, but this is not the cause. This is an evil and wicked war that you're fighting. A normal leader would never order his soldiers to bomb, to attack civilians during none of the wars, even serious war, world war leaders didn't order soldiers to do that. So, you Russian noble soldiers and army leaders, please, Putin is crazy. Do not sacrifice your precious life because of crazy men. Do not sacrifice Ukrainian neighbors, good people, peace-loving people, just because of crazy men. Because you will also have to answer to God. If you do the same, if you obey Him, listen to Him, and kill innocent people, or kill yourself. You have to denounce Putin and do not fight anymore with the Ukrainian people. They were your neighbors. They're good neighbors. They didn't do anything wrong to you and your country. Please, please, you must know God is watching, heaven is watching. What you're doing is wrong. You are not wrong, but your leader, so-called leader, Putin, is wrong. If a leader is wrong, you don't have to listen to him, because both of you will be wrong, and he will drag you to hell together with him. So please stop. Stop the war now, immediately, to save your own life, to save Russians' honor, and to save Ukraine and the Ukrainian people, and save the world of all the unnecessary suffering through war in different ways. Thank you very much.
Я не хочу этой войны. Почти никто ее здесь не хочет. Я хочу, чтобы весь мир увидел, что мы не хотим этого. И мы не хотим, чтобы на нашей совести лежало это пятно. Нет войне! Нет войне! Нет войне!
И что, в общем-то, сейчас у каждого есть обязанность не молчать о происходящем. Все должны высказываться против.
Вступление вообще против России, против Украины. Я считаю, что эта война, она убивает и Россию, и Украину. Я возмущена.
Ну, надо прекратить. Этого нельзя. Это безумие, то, что сейчас происходит. Мы должны все вместе кричать «нет войне», все выходить на улицы, потому что по-другому нельзя. По-другому мы Россию потеряем. Не только Украину, мы Россию потеряем.
We love Russia also. We love Russian people. It's just Putin that the whole world is against right now. Pray to God to protect you. Please, do not fight anymore. Your life is precious. Your wife, your kids, your parents, your mother, your friends are waiting for you at home. Just quit the war, and then you might be home soon. Pray to God. Pray to God. Pray to God.
Most merciful Master, our eternal gratitude for sharing your divine wisdom and compassion during this difficult time. We pray that leaders around the world will quickly use common sense and provide Ukraine protection by imposing a no-fly zone in support of a quick end to the war. May Master always be sheltered in safety, peace, and abundant health under the nurturing support of all divine beings. To listen to the full discussion with Supreme Master Ching Hai concerning the devastating crisis in Ukraine, as well as to learn whether all disciples are true spiritual practitioners or if some have negative intentions, and who is the only one who can bear the world's karma, please tune into Between Master and Disciples at a later date for the full broadcast of this conference. Also for your reference, please check out previous related Fly-In News or Between Master and Disciples conferences such as Fly-In News, the ingredients needed to awaken our God power within, important information from the Chief of COVID, treasure others' lives by making peace, Supreme Master Ching Hai's thoughts on the urgent situation in Ukraine, the world left Ukraine to fight alone. Powerful countries must be courageous and help Ukraine. Between Master and Disciples, Supreme Master Ching Hai's courageous work for the world. People need true, strong, and wise leaders. Women have to be protected and respected. A president should protect his people's lives. Vengeance never brings peace. The true jihad, being vegan, brings out our love and benevolence. Real compassion and moral standards is the real solution. Governments worldwide must stand with Ukraine.